ain't my daughter.
I might have sex with her, though. Hello, everyone. I'm Clint. I wrote this movie, and I played the overweight guy in it. I came up with this idea because I got a good job at Warner Brothers out in L.A., and I was filling out all this paperwork, because you fill out paperwork with these fancy jobs. And I was like, when were you born? And I had to ask my mom a bunch of questions, but then they said, who would you put if an emergency happened? And I just started dating this girl who actually played the alive sister in the movie. I just started dating her, and I said, well, we spend a lot of time together. I'll just write your name down there. But then I turned it in. I started thinking, what if I die? She's never met my family. She's going to have to call my mom and say, hey, dude's dead. And I just thought that was really funny. So then I told other people, and they didn't find it as funny. They're like, you're sick. I'm like, you think that's sick? Wait till you hear some of my racist jokes. So I wrote it as a feature, and it's got a lot of sick and funny jokes. Oh, by the way, I didn't write a single F word. Those are all ad-libbed. So that's an important attribute if you want to act. Be able to say the F word at will. So yeah, I wrote it as a feature, and then I was telling my buddy about it, and a couple weeks, he's an animator, and a couple weeks later, I was looking through his stuff, and he had actually stole my idea and wrote it as a cartoon. And I was like, hey man, this is pretty. It's a pretty original idea. I think I told you that a couple months ago. He was like, no, I never heard about it. We had a conversation. There was 5 of us in the room. Everybody knows he stole this idea, so I said, that's it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it within a month. So we made it a short film, and then that's what you saw. That was a little dark. On the DVD, it's not as dark. I'm not blaming you guys, but... Does anybody have any questions?
You were really on a very short leash to make this movie.
Yeah.
You really didn't act smoothly the way it should be done.
You know, I was thinking I wanted to make it 12 minutes because some movies are just a little bit too long. But that was 28 minutes, and I got a hard time cutting my good jokes. Yes?
Would you rather act or direct?
Well, I didn't direct that movie, but I think directing would be cool because I really like telling people what to do. But I also love attention. Yeah, I love attention, and I'm thinking like a sex tape or something like that could really make my career as an actor. Yes, but the problem is a lot of people don't find me as funny as you guys do.
Because you're in the East now.
I know. Let me tell you, I showed this movie last weekend at the Fort Myers Film Festival. They barely laughed at anything. They were like looking around to see if it was okay to laugh. I said, come on, guys, it's plenty okay. Yes?
Do you ever think about stand-up, or do you do that already?
You know, the problem with stand-up is I have done stand-up, but it's tough because you have to sell. You know, you got to get 2 people to come and pay for drinks, or you have to bring a lot of people. And I only know a couple people, and they're sick of my jokes. Like my girlfriend and my mom and dad, they're hardly laughing at me because they already know that. Yes?
Where did you shoot it, and for what kind of budget?
Oh, well, I live in Los Angeles, and we shot it in and around Los Angeles. What you saw, that only cost about $2,000 to make. But then I went overboard on publicity and submitting to every single festival that rejected me, things like that. But, I mean, this was just to make it and get what you saw was about $2,000 bucks. But we went, I hired everybody for cheap. There were some, I don't know if you recognize any of the actors in there. The guy, Brandon, was on Grey's Anatomy. He worked for free. Michael Scott is a soap opera superstar.
Michael
Can't
Swan.
even go to the... Yeah, Michael Swan. Soap opera superstar. Not Michael Scott. He didn't want to do it. I actually offered him the part. But, yeah, no, I went with this guy. He was great. He loved it. And we didn't pay anybody anything. And the woman who played the mom, that was her house. So she let us work there for free. I called in a lot of favors. This is my first one. I made some stuff on the web and things like that. I made a birthday invitation a couple months ago. Yes?
Can you tell us about your future projects?
Future projects. Yeah, I'm working on this web series with a puppet. It's going to be hilarious. If you like bad sense of humor and puppets doing perverse things, you're going to really like this. You should check out, we don't have a website yet, but if you can find emergency contact on the web, we'll update you guys if you want to watch some puppet humor. Anybody else?
How long did it take to make?
We did that in 4 days, 3.5. Actual shooting. It was like 3 weeks pre-production. The guy who directed the movie edited it. He's a great editor. He did that special effect thing at the end. You should have seen this. Your guys, the other rec was very good. I don't know if they're here. Ours was had some flaws, but the guy's great. Anthony Guerrero. If you need some special effects, contact him. He's the best.
How much of this was written out as a script, and how much was ad-libbed?
Honestly, most of that stuff was written. The only thing that was ad-lib was the roommate, Sean, said the thing about the abs. That was the thing. Although the ending we wrote the very last day, because we had a different ending. We're going to have this ending the worst day. I don't know, should I say this? Is there any kids in the room? Just that young man. Anyway, whatever. So the end of this movie was actually going to be he took home a transvestite, and we had this dildo, for lack of a better word, and he was going to pull it out and be like, oh, God, this is the worst day of my life. That's pretty bad. But then we were doing the green screen thing, and the director's like, no, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work. Clint, get the dick. Get the dick. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. But it turned out great, because honestly, this guy needed to die, you know? And the thing is that a lot of these short films, that I've seen over the years, they don't have an ending, and I just wanted proper closure. Anybody else?
What do you do in your day job then?
Oh, work in an office. It's the worst job I've ever had, but the people are real nice. They let me pursue other things. I also act a little bit. I did a pilot last year here in New York City, and I did a commercial that if anybody's Canadian, check me out. I'm the spokesman of Eastside Mario's. It's a great pizza joint. He's probably watching this. My friend's filming it, but he still does animation. We're still friends. He didn't do the animation for this. The guy who did the animation for this actually he was a hand-drawn animator. He worked on the Smurfs and Chippendale, and he just got into Flash, and he did this for very cheap. I met him through a friend. He's awesome. Ray Moreno. If anybody needs any good animation. Can I say one thing? My friends came out to visit me in California a couple months ago, and we were driving through Malibu, and I don't know, where's the Daniel Stern people? We saw Daniel Stern, and we were quoting Home Alone, and we were like, yeah, Wet Bandits! He didn't like us as much, so if you talk to him, tell him I said hi.
Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Jesse. And everybody who came. Woo woo.